Hi, Year 3, it's Mr. Jones here. Good morning. So Tuesday, what we're doing today, we're going to carry on with our measuring. Okay, I've had some great photos of people measuring a range of different objects, so really well done. So really impressed with how accurate a lot of people were. You were starting at 0, not starting at 1 or the end of the ruler where it said 0, and then you were doing some really good accurate measurements with both the ruler and a measuring tape. So thumbs up, everyone, fantastic. Okay, so that's what we're great at. We're great at measuring a range of objects. Okay, when reporting your measurements with a decimal point, so I want people to put 7 centimeters and 6 millimeters, but you can also record that as 7.6 centimeters. So they're the same thing. So if you record it both ways, it'll just clarify for me that you've got an understanding. Okay, so 6 millimeters is 6/10 of 1 centimeter. Okay, so that's why it's 0.6. Okay, so just have a go at that when you record in different types of. Okay, let's have a look at our slides. Okay, fluency first. Okay, being as the decimal system's all about tens, it's really important that we really nail down our division and multiplication by tens. So I've just got a few questions that you can have a crack at first. Okay, thinking about making things 10 times bigger. Okay, that's really important. If you make something 10 times bigger, you're timesing it by 10. Okay, so just pause that and go for fluency first questions. Okay, hopefully we'll have finished those questions. Quite straightforward. Okay, remember, it doesn't matter that I've got, when I do 10 times 78, that my missing number is the other side. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, sometimes it confuses children. But an equals is just like a balance. We have the same amount on one side as the other side. Equal is just like a balance. So if I've got 10 lots of 14 on one side, I'd have 140 on the other. Okay? So that's how I want to see equal. It doesn't matter which side my number is at all. Okay? So let's go on to the next slide. So key information, this is really key information, and we really need to remember that. Let's remember 1 meter is 100 centimeters. 1 centimeter is made up of 10 millimeters. So if you look at your ruler, you will see there's 10 little millimeters in 1 centimeter. Okay, so 1 meter therefore is 1,000 millimeters. So 1,000 millimeters. Okay? Millimeters, milli is my prefix, the meter is my base unit, millennium is 1,000 years. Okay, so just like centi is the prefix for centimeter, meter is the base unit, centi is my prefix, and it means 100, or the other way around, it's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, so let's go on to we're going to look at, we're going to carry on accurately measuring a range of objects. This time, a lot of these objects are in our book. Okay, so they are on my slides. New learning is practiced, so we can help Emma to record the distance her paper plane flew. So you'll see the questions about paper discover. Okay, so it's lesson 8, unit 8, which is length. First lesson is the second lesson, but this is the first lesson in textbook, because we did a lesson outside the textbook. So discover, share, think together, and then we're going to go on practice book. Practice book B, page 86. Okay, so this is my first slide. So I've got, let's have a look at the question 1A. So I'm looking at question 1A here. Read A for how far has Zach's paper aeroplane travelled? So I've got Zach's plane here. Okay. Now, can you see what Mr. Jones? Right at the tip, because we're measuring not from the back, but from the tip of the plane. The tip of the plane, I've drawn a straight line up. Okay. So I know it's between 2 meters and 3 meters. it's greater than, the distance traveled is greater than 2 meters, but less than 3 meters. So it's in between 2 and 3 meters. Now, each of these is a millimeter. Oh, so it's meters. So with meters, so each of these units is going to be what? It's going to be 10 centimeters. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 3 meters. Remembering there's 100 centimeters in a meter. So how far has Zach thrown his paper aeroplane? Over 2 meters, 2 meters 10, 2 meters 20, 2 meters 30, 2 meters 40, 2 meters 50. Okay, so he's thrown his paper aeroplane 2 meters 50. And we can just see our measurement here, the meter measurement, is just like a number line. So this is 1 meter that's made up of 10 centimeters, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, now, if so, we know that Zach's plane has gone 2 meters and 50. Okay, now, because anyway, doesn't matter. So I'm going to say, I can also say it's 2 meters 50 centimeters, or I can say it's 2 meters. Same answer. 50 centimeters is half a meter, or 0.5 of a meter. Okay, so we've got the answer there. Zach's paper aeroplane has travelled 2 meters 50. Okay, Bella's plane. Okay, so that it looks like Bella's plane has gone the greatest distance or the furthest. So if we measure from the point again, this isn't that right? So we've got on between 4 and 5 meters. Travelled between 4 and 5 meters. If I look, it's gone about 430. 430. So we've got 4 meters 30. So you can probably do it easier with a ruler, particularly when you go to the practice board. Do a straight line from the point to the scale, the measurement meter, and then you'll get the right answer. M is short for meter, centimeter is short for centimeter, cm is short for centimeter. Okay, let's have a think together. How far has each ball rolled? Okay, the stripy ball has rolled. Ooh, so they're doing a midpoint. The stripy ball has rolled. How far do you think? 1 meter 10, 1 meter 20. It's more than 1 meter 20, but less than 1 meter 30. And it's in fact halfway between them. So we would call that 1 meter 25. You can see my ruler, and then you can see my number line. They're very connected. A ruler is in fact a number line. Okay, so the blue ball has rolled. It's rolled. Looks to me bang on 2 meters. Now, what I can do is if I make this jump to 1 meter 30, I've added 5, then I add another 70. So the blue ball has rolled 75 centimeters further than the stripy ball. Okay, you can do that with your ruler or with using a number line. Okay, or you could just go 200 centimeters, take away 125 centimeters. You could do 200 because you know that 2 meters is 200 centimeters, and the other one went 1 meter 25 or 125 centimeters, and you can do a subtraction. Okay, remembering rename, change. And that would leave me 175. Oh, sorry, 75 centimeters. Yep. And that is another way of solving the problem by number line measurement or by using columns. Okay, here we've got Max. I can see he's between 1 meter and 2 meters. So he's more than 110, 120, 130, 135, I would say. Okay, so what I'd like us to do next is to work out these measurements. And everyone could have a look at those. So what I want you to do is do this at home. It says classroom. What I'd like you to do is you can use your piece of wool, which is 1 meter long, and a ruler to work out the size or the measurements of a table. So you want the height, the length, and the width. Okay? So if you see this picture, just find yourself a table at home and do some measuring. Okay? So, like I said, if you haven't got 1 meter 6, take measures, fine. Or I did send out in our packs an exact meter of wool for people to measure. Have a go at measuring a table before we start on our problem. Okay, it's quite straightforward. Again, you've got to make sure that you're measuring from the 0 point, not from 1, not from the end of the ruler, but make sure it's from 0. Okay, so this is really accurate measurement. And this is about reading these scales. Have a go at that. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to do a short video on Wednesday morning that'll give the answers. So you can mark yourselves, just like we sometimes do in class where you mark your practice book yourself. I will send a little video setting out these answers on Wednesday morning. And before the maths lesson, you can mark your own book. Okay? And then you can send me a picture of it marked. And then you can perhaps correct any problem, any questions that you've made a mistake on. But I still want to see work sent to me after you've marked them. Okay, so let's have a look at the next slide, I think. So just got one more from your practice book. When it says find things in your classroom, what I want you to do, obviously you're not in class, you'll have to find those things at home. That makes sense. Okay, fantastic. I loved seeing your photos of your measuring. I'm sure you're going to really smash this lesson as well. I look forward to seeing your marked work on Wednesday. Some images of that. Stay safe, year 3. See you soon. Bye.